Hello students, welcome back to my channel Learning Made Simple, and I'm your physics lecturer Srimati Sujata. So we'll continue with the same chapters, electric charges and fields. Hope everyone is doing well at home, reading physics, studying physics and practicing physics. So the next topic for 3 marks, which frequently it is asked in your midterm examinations especially. So this is the electric field due to a system of charges, same like we have studied the force between multiple charges by applying principle of superposition. Same way here we have to find the net electric field or total electric field, or we can say resultant electric field due to a system of charges, okay, by using the principle of superposition. So what the principle of superposition says, it's nothing but a vector sum of any quantities. It might be a force or a field, okay. So you have to take the vector sum of individual fields or force, okay. We'll see now. So I'll just write the heading. So in order to find the net electric field at a point due to a number of charges, here we are going to use principle of superposition of electric fields we are going to use, right? So what this law says in case of electric field, we'll see. So I'll write the statement. So statement. So this is what statement for a principle of superposition in case of electric fields. Electric fields, okay. So what the statement says now? So it says that the electric field at any point due to a number of point charges. So here number of point charges means it's nothing but system of charges we are considering here. More than 2 charges if it is present, then we can say it as a system of charges. So the electric field, I just write down the statement. So it's pen is not writing, so I'll take another pen. So the electric field at any point, you have to consider any point, okay, due to so here I have written the statement. I'll read it out. The electric field at any point, if we consider any point due to a number of point charges, is the vector sum of electric fields due to individual charges. Same just like the force, okay. By using principle of superposition we were calculating net force, same thing, but here the change is only the field, okay. So for example, if you consider a system of charges, like here we have many charges, say Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on up till on the ith charge I'll take, and here somewhere I'll take nth charge, okay, so on, okay. So this is a system of charge, and we have to take any common point. There we used to take a common charge, right, one common charge, and on that common charge remaining all other charges were applying the force, Coulomb force, isn't it? So but here what you are going to do, since it is a field, so at certain point you have to mark a point. At this point you have to calculate the field due to Q1, field due to Q2, due to Q3, Qi and Qn, okay, so on. And then what you have to do, we have to sum it up, vector sum, okay. So let me draw electric field. So this is the distance between them. Distance between Q1 and P is this, right? And what would be the direction of electric field? This is the direction, vector E1. I'll name it as vector E1. What is vector E1? It is the electric field due to Q1 at point P. How much distance? Distance between Q1 and P, I'll take it as R1. Okay. And again, what we used to do to mention the direction, which vector we are using here? We are using here unit vector. So unit vector here I have taken R1. So I'll take it as R1 cap. So this is the direction of electric field away from Q1. So this way you have to mention. See, I think you might be thinking like this, that R1 can be written as R1P. Okay, where in force we used to take here Q1, here Q2. So R12, you can take it R1P. So subscription doesn't matter, however you want, you can take it. Okay, so since every time writing P makes the work very tedious, so what I do, I just take it as R1. Very simple, right? So what is this unit vector? It is giving the direction of electric field. Along which direction? Along the P. Okay, now distance between Q2 and P. Distance between Q2 and P. I'll draw a dotted line. So you have to draw it with dotted line. Okay, so what is the distance I'll measure here? R2. Okay, and electric field in this direction. Okay, here I've taken red mark, vector E2. Clear? Similarly, we'll draw for all other remaining charges, and this is the direction. Vector E3. This is very simple. No such logic or any law is used here, rather other than principle of superposition. So vector E4, not E4, this is ith quantity I have taken. So EI, I'll write it as EI. Okay, make clear that this is EI. And now for a last charge, nth charge, dotted line, and the direction is EN. So I'll mark over here unit vector R2 cap, for this R3 cap, for this RI cap, and for this it is RN cap. And what is the distance I can take? For Q3 it is R3, for QI it is RI, for QN it is RN. Understood? So this is the directions of electric fields for a system of charges. So by looking at this diagram, what we are going to do now, we are going to find the net electric field by applying the principle of superposition. So what it says, nothing but vector sum of electric fields due to individual charges. So vector sum means what you are going to do, vector E1 plus vector E2 plus vector E3 plus vector EI, so on up till vector En you are doing. Before, you have to find E1 expression. What is electric field expression? It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square, isn't it? So that's the expression. You have to use it here and simply finding the electric field, and nothing but applying this law, you're going to find the vector sum. So this is a very dead easy question. Okay. Now, what is E1, E2, E3 and all? E1, vector E2, vector E3, up till vector EI we have taken, and so on up till vector En. So what are these all? These are nothing but that represents the electric fields due to point charges. What they are going to do, they are going to represent. So this is the explanation of the diagram, right? In a simple way you can explain it. However, you can write it down, or I'll later on I'll send notes of this. Represent what? Represent the electric fields, right? what they do, they represent electric fields of what? Electric field due to point charges. What are the point charges here? Q1, Q2, Q3 and Qi, so on up till Qn, isn't it? So all those things I won't write here. So directly we can go with the law principle now. So let us assume vector E, capital vector E, as the resultant electric field, or you can say net electric field. Where you're finding it? You're finding it at P, point P. Due to whom? Due to due to all the charges of the system, right? So by using principle of superposition, what it says, vector E is equals to vector E1 plus vector E2 plus vector E3 plus so on up till vector EI plus vector En. So this is what? Nothing but principle of superposition, right? So now, knowing the basic definition of electric field, so what is E1 now? Shall I write it directly? E1. Directly shall I substitute in this equations? Yeah, you can do it. What is E1? It's or you can write separately. I'll write separately. 1 by 4 pi epsilon into E1 is due to whom? Due to Q1 charge. What is the distance between Q1 and P? R1 square into vector form we have to write, right? So what you are going to multiply it with the unit vector. So if you are multiplying it with the unit vector, that this indicates the direction, hence electric field. So you can just note down the diagram. You can just refer the diagram. See here, Q1 and P, distance between Q1 and P is R1. Okay, so that's why E1 expression what it is. Here I'll write once again. I'll write K instead of writing 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught every now and then. So it saves my time, into Q1 by distance R1 square into unit vector R1K. Clear? Similarly, you can write it for E2. This is our E2. E2 means is equals to K times of which charge you will take here? Q2, distance R2 square, unit vector R2K, right? So similarly, can we write up till EI? Then I'll write at last for N. K times of QI by RI square into RI cap dash dash. I can write it for En now. Vector En is equals to K times Qn by Rn square into Rn cap. Is that clear? So all these equations, what you are going to do, you are going to substitute in this previous equation here. Clear? Now, so instead there I was writing K, here I have taken 1 by 4 pi. No, nothing much difference, okay? Or you can just take K and at last you can take common K. It's very simple, very easy to. R2 square, E3, I'll substitute E3 also, wait. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q3 by R3 square. Here I have not written unit vector. What is that unit vector? R2 cap. Here R3 cap dash dash. Next line I am going to write because I can't cover in my video. Okay, with dash dash. For ith term I am going to write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Qi by Ri square into Ri cap dash dash up till nth term. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Qn by Rn square into Rn cap. Clear? So this is the, here I have written net it is. Sorry, it is net, okay? E net. Clear? Is that clear? Very simple. We are substituting the value of E1, E2, E3 in this equation. That's it. Now you can do the simplification. You can take common here, and that ends the derivation. So vector E net is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So in the bracket I'm going to write the remaining part r1 square. See, you can skip this step, directly you can do it. Okay, by practice you will come to know. So by just practice it. Q2 by r2 square into r2 cap plus Q3 by r3 square into r3 cap dash dash dash. Ith term I have to write here. Qi by ri square into ri cap. I hope I can cover it. Yes. Plus here I'll write very shortly. I'm doing bit conjuicy things here. Rn square into Rn cap. I'm so sorry because I'm not interested to write it in the next line. Okay, so this is the equation what we got. See, or else we can just make it in a very simple way. This we can write it as k, or no problem, 1 by 4 pi epsilon. See here, can I write it in the summation form? Yes, which we had done it for force. Okay, so summation. So see here, this is our ith term, right? So ith term is running from where to where? 1, 2, 3 and so on, right? So I is equals to 1 up till where it is running? N. Starting from 1, stopping at N. Okay, so common in general we are writing it. So in place of this, can I write here ri square into ri cap. Okay, so that's it. Now what is ri? We can mention it at the end of this equation, where ri cap is what? Unit vector. What it does, which gives direction of electric field, which gives direction of vector ei. Simple. Okay, so this is the derivation or the resultant electric field by applying the principle of superposition. I hope you understood this derivation, and very soon I will upload another video. Thank you so much.